Alright guys, you hear that music, you know what that means? It means it's time for some Brood War. More specifically, it's kind of more like some more YSL Round of 8 action. And more specifically than that, it's kind of more like Dr.Shrinker versus Zangetsu spawning here at the 9 o'clock position. How god-awful that intro was. Be Zangetsu at the 3 o'clock and at the 9 o'clock position as the purple for Ro8. It'll be Dr.Shrinker. I also like to note that at the time of this cast, Dr.Shrinker is streaming, live streaming, with 59 viewers, which is pretty awesome. Just want to say that. With 400 APM as well. That number does not lie. 402, I mean, this guy's spamming a lot. And my little partner, for whatever reason, is not talking with me. BMW is here. But apparently...
Yeah, I just wanted to point out that I've noticed on the Wikipedia that Dr.Shrinker is actually 2-0'd all of his opponents. So are we going to see that happen right now? Is he going to keep the streak going of just 2-0ing his opponents and just pretty much slapping them around? I mean,
dude,
that is the question,
so
right?
smart. Dude,
I did my research, man.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I would say that Dr.Shrinker is in the ability to do that. But also, I'd like to know, though, that we're regarding... the reason why I want to talk about this, why Zangetsu chose this map, is that he's going to do, like, a 9-pool speed build. Or get like, speedlings and knock out the back door.
Yeah, well, Dr.Shrinker is actually going 2 gates right now as well, so... This map is so close.
No.
The bases are so close for rallying each other. This is the map where Flash has never beat Ro8, basically. It's that map, yes. It has a notorious reputation. So, what are we going to see? Are we going to see 2-gate versus 9-pool right now?
Dude, I don't know. I mean, this may even just transition to a regular game. And we're actually not going to have gas right away. I guess this backdoor does take a little while longer. Actually, no. I think 9-pool is speed. I don't know. Because what I think might happen is that we might have, what's his name, blah, 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 Dr.Shrinker, pressure, but then realize there's a whole bunch of lings in his base, and then he has to retreat, and then we kind of have just like, we just go into a macro game like we did last game, but who knows? I don't know.
Well, I mean, he's dropping a hatch, so...
Yeah, but
I mean,
he's mining out the back door. I mean, he's doing the extractor trick, and he's going in and out. Loses the mineral patch, goes in and out, and then he's gonna mine that out. Or
yeah,
and actually gonna get the extractor now. He's actually letting it sit there and.
Oh, I mean, this is gonna be interesting because this is like old school Brood War strategy where the only thing Ro8 could do versus Zerg was pretty much 2 gates. That was like the old before Bisu style came through. So. This is really taking it back right here, and on this map where, you know, you're right next to your opponent, you've got nowhere to breathe. So it's kind of interesting that Zangetsu went 9-pull into, you know, now he's going up to 3 base.
This actually sucks because he's actually have a 3 base build versus a 2-gate. Dude, I don't know. Yeah. Zangetsu might just win.
Yeah.
The back door's mined out. There's really no way. Well, actually, if Shrinker just decides to wall off his ramp for some odd reason, he will be okay. Look at that. He's so annoying with those Zealots. They're getting the max amount of kills. Why would you even engage that? It's speeding the Zealot kills, but it will kill it off eventually. But at the cost of what? You know?
Yeah, he lost.
Yeah.
He lost his 2 initial scouting Zealots. You know, and I'm worried now that 2 gates is going to be ineffective because you really need to keep your Zealots. You need to get up a good number for 2 gates to be successful. And losing the initial 2 is really bad.
Yeah, just like you said, and also the back doors right now, which is completely not taken. And with 2 Zealots gone, he's not ramping off his wall. Like, he might be okay if he's gonna wall that off, but the Lings, if they're smart, will just go right in the main base.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, that's exactly what he's gonna do. So the cannon's not even done yet. Gets into the main base, and Zangetsu may just win. Zangetsu may just win right now.
Yeah, he needs to really concentrate right now and get some probe kills. He's not doing it yet. Oh, and these Zealots are coming in there, and they're getting through. Really sick micro by Dr. Shrinker right there. Good idea. Maybe get the pylon there. Ah, man, but he's really missing an opportunity. He needs to keep rallying lings at this point. That would be like the failsafe, is to just keep mass linging.
Yeah.
But and right now, this little probe in Zangetsu's main base is actually being really annoying. Zangetsu finally notices it. He was getting a couple nice little drone kills.
Did he get more than one or just one?
I think he got 2 at least.
Oh, wow.
So that was kind of cute. And right now, this is really good by Zangetsu to just keep these little lings in there, just keep constantly harassing Dr. Shrinker, forcing a little pressure. And I'll be right back. 1 second.
Yeah. Misrallying the drones and just in the cannons. Finally just gonna immediately take that back, but at what cost? And also, let's keep in mind, guys, that if I wonder what the decision from Zangetsu to stop ling production. Like I honestly, wow.
Yeah, do you notice the sellout in the main base?
Yeah, he only has 1 kill though. Okay. I was wondering if he just killed off all the units. So
2 kills.
Yeah, 2 kills now. But I just wonder why you would stop ling production at that point, just because like that whole nexus could have just been easily killed off if you just made a lot more lings. I don't know why.
I really thought that was his plan, was to just, just keep rallying lings at that point when he had gotten, what was the whole plan then of taking out the initial, way to get in the back door, streaming in 100 lings and then just, well, okay, didn't work, I'm going to stop now. No, the plan should have been, like you said, to keep, keep rallying. You had 3 bases, 3 hatches. What were you thinking? But
I mean, even
I don't know.
I mean, even just have a hatchery, just make drones and the rest make lings. I mean, so you don't even have to be all in. But
yeah, I mean, I really thought that was the plan. But now Zangetsu's really like, all right, well, now I'm just gonna drone up.
Yeah, he's also given a chance back to Dr. Shrinker to come back.
Yeah,
which I think is the major issue.
Dr. Shrinker had sick micro, by the way. Really deflecting that ling. That could have been a lot worse. His main base is pretty much still intact.
Oh yeah, we definitely cannot discount for that micro. I mean, that's why there needed to be more rallied lings there. That might have been a reason why Zangetsu initially didn't even go for it. Maybe he thought it wasn't going to be cost effective enough. If only he knew that there was like nothing on the field for Dr. Shrinker at the time. But anyway.
I'm really wondering, like, you can't make your decisions based on, seeing the money, possibility of earning money in the next round. Even if you're going to lose, 2-0 or 0-2, excuse me, you still need to, like, carry out the strategy. Like, he missed an opportunity, He could have got the easy win, I think, at that point. He had Dr. Shrinker, on his heels.
Maybe he's a man who wants to play him in a macro game.
Yeah, but we've already seen that. We've seen the macro side of Dr. Shrinker, and Dr. Shrinker has some damn good macro,
Yeah.
I feel like you're right. I think that was an inexcusable, like, blunder. It's just, he had him on the ropes. I know I'm gonna get so much flack from Chad. You don't know anything about Brood War.
Well, I mean, looking at like a player perspective as well, like, I don't know if you want to like just screw up your whole build order too. Like, I mean, just watching like Clan League and some lower tier tournaments, I would say, I mean, sometimes Brood War is just like who executes the build order best sometimes.
Right.
At least in these stages, like where the micro isn't as I would say important. So execution sometimes comes down to it, where you just get these like, well, I'm gonna do a 3 base 5 hatch Hydra build that we're having, or an esque of from Zangetsu right now. Maybe you didn't want to deter from that.
Yeah.
And that's fine. That's fine as well. But I mean, he's still using the back door right now, so it's all good.
And I want to point out that there is also a DT that is harassing the 1 o'clock base, taking out some serious drone kills right now.
Oh, wow.
At the same time that he's doing this rally Hydra play. Zangetsu has sick micro. I mean, multitask, excuse me.
Yeah.
But I think that sometimes that it looks like he doesn't rally enough units for the multitask. He just does like 3.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like effective enough.
And the DT will get away scot-free as well. And we'll just probably could just get 3 Hydra kills if he'd like to. So,
yeah.
I mean, timing-wise, everything is so off. Just because, like, I just don't even know really where we are in the game. I mean, we're 11 minutes in the game. We have, like, DTs out. I mean, what do we have for tech-wise? 4 gates now. No, 6 gates. Okay. So, Protoss is doing things standard. Going to get his ops tech out now. And are we going to drop play again by Zangetsu? I mean, he's done it last game. No, I don't think he's doing it this game. Yeah, I don't think he has research either. Okay.
Yeah, this map being so small, it's really not that hard to scout. Like what you know, say your opponent was going drops, it's really not that hard to like get a chance to view it. You know, you could really have just a lot of little scouter pylons, or a little, you know, like a probe somewhere, and just get a good look at it because this map is so small. You know. And
yeah.
I want to point out that DT ended up with 8 kills, so that was pretty worthwhile for Dr.Shrinker.
For sure. And it looks like we might have a 4th base being South Shore Zangetsu at this point in time. And 95 supply to 67. You know, this is where he may go push out with like +2 maybe? No. I don't know exactly what Dr.Shrinker is like waiting for to like take a 3rd base. All right, now here we go. Okay, here we go. Wasn't sure if there's some like supply that he really wanted to hit or something, but all right. So he's gonna be pushing out, and he will have +1. Come back here.
Yeah.
And 0
this is really interesting right now. He's going to like counter attack. But you don't want to get stuck on these bridges. Definitely, you want to keep your army moving. He's getting across the bridges. He's going right into the mouth of the Zerg right now, where there is a ton of Hydralisk waiting for him at the base. So I don't know if he has a big enough army.
He has way too many storms. Like he has like I think like at least 2 per High Templar. He has at least 8 storms.
Okay, this is great. He's going in with the Zealots first to do the initial damage with the goons behind.
Oh, this is gonna be terrible. He's just making a choke point for Storm to happen. I mean, one Storm's gonna be able to cover all these Hydras.
Wow,
yeah,
you're right.
This is not. This SimCity's just not helping him. Oh, and look at the lurkers too, bugging out on top of the Storm right here. All but 1 remains. Not even that. And I mean, again, those choke points, man, you don't want to be in this. At least with the Hydras positioning here. Zangetsu really wanted to push this army on the ramp, if not before on the low ground. Storm is just so potent.
And I feel like Dr.Shrinker is going to be getting a new nickname called Lightning Toss. I mean, the guy has a way with storms right now. He is just punishing Zangetsu for bad SimCity and bad rally of his Hydras. I mean, he is, oh my god, again. I don't know what the count is, but it's just nuts.
I wouldn't even say it's bad SimCity. It's a perfectly fine, well, I mean, actually, this isn't like a SimCity at all, but a SimCity is a double-edged sword when it comes to Storm mid-game. Because Hydras, you want to push outside your SimCity with Hydras, you only be pressuring inside. And the Hydra will not go down.
Really, for a good Hydra play, you need to be surrounding the army. Not waiting in your base for them to show up. And then just like, all right, now I'm going into the mouth of the Protoss army. And Jesus, he is just racking up kills in his base right now.
So crazy. So in the end, Zangetsu will hold this off. Looking back, you know, there's definitely like a 30 supply, like a 30 worker difference between the two. I believe. I think it's like 50 to around. It's like 50 to 30. And Zangetsu is behind like 20 drones. That shouldn't happen this far in the game. And looking at that, this might be a time where Zangetsu may drone a lot. And that could be an issue. Or he just makes units. But as you can tell, though, like, some of these eggs are drones. They're not all drones, but he's droning a little bit. I just don't think his economy is that great right now, either. I mean, he's off of 4 base, but I don't know. I don't know. And we do have the 3rd base going up. And, oh, okay, so we have a double expansion. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And we have,
yeah, the Protoss is really starting to take over one side of the map, and he's got good lurkers set up right now. You know, I think Zangetsu's really pissed off at this point. He's tired of getting harassed in his own base. You know, I think he's just gonna have to, you know, suck it up and get a good army together and really just give it one last chance at this. You know.
It's like he's doing like 4 base turtle zerg, and you know, I don't know. I mean, with proper sim cities, I mean, this 12 is gonna be really hard to break down, and if these Sungans are closer to the ramp, making it a little bit more difficult to break through, I don't think these are going to go down anytime soon, at least. With just a lot of Sunkens on that ramp, it just makes it very difficult. Something that I saw in Machine games, E.G. Machine, when I did like those really, when I casted those games, like Machine put out Sunkens way further out than what sometimes most Zergs do to like extend the creep to a point where there's a choke point. You get a ton of Sunkens out there. It makes it very difficult for Protoss. It just stalls for time. It's really what it does. It allows you to get in position better. So
yeah, and then you can re-rally your units.
Yeah, exactly. And losing a Overlord with a whole bunch of stuff, and I don't exactly know what's in it. And too bad it wasn't the Overlord that had nothing in it. But this drop will be spotted, and we'll already have units in position to deal with it. Yeah,
like I said earlier, like it's really easy for the Protoss to just constantly be, you know, scouting around this map, and Zangetsu had, I think, some lurkers that he just lost right there. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, you're so right, dude. Just the airspace is so tight on this map.
It's really only like, you know, 1 bridge that you don't want to be stuck on, and then or 2 bridges, I guess.
Well, there's actually 3, but still. No, it's Dakota.
Yeah. I'm getting really lost right now on bridge count.
It's like the distance by ground is longer than it is by air, but like what you're saying makes sense. I mean, like air, the map is open, it's small enough that you can like go around corners and stuff, and then really snipe off kind of dropship play if you have map control.
Right. Yeah, I really think the architecture of this map is conducive to a good Zerg. You know, if Zangetsu could get up to 6 base, you know, he could stream from 3 different bridges, like I was saying, and just really you know, like cut off the Protoss and just totally contain them. But it's not that point right now. It's the Protoss is, you know, got map control completely different.
Yeah. You want map control on this map, and now Protoss is really claiming that. Zerg hasn't really been doing too much. He's been really teching. He's getting hive tech as well right now. But also at that like 6 o'clock, 6 and 7 o'clock, he had 3 overlords with like 8 lings and like 4 lurkers in between all of that. And he literally just walked into Cairns and then walked out and did no attempt to really like save them at all.
Yeah,
which is really unfortunate.
I don't know if the viewers can see this, but this is just an absolutely giant purple ball of goons, zealots, storms, observers, and an Archon. Just absolutely disgusting if you were a Zerg. You do not want to see this rallying right up to these, you know,
And for whoever said that there's no death balls in Brood War, this is a death ball.
Yeah. This would actually, you know, make me cry as a Zerg player right now. This is disgusting. You know, Zangetsu's really in an unenviable position, but he is trying to, you know, fly in some mutas right now to take something out.
Yeah, and he's using wheels to go for the High Templar time. So, but generally, if you go the Feng Zi style or just mutalists in this matchup, you want to have like a meaty army to then engage with. The mutalists are there to snipe it off. Then you engage with a whole bunch of Hydralisks, and that makes sense, or whatever kind of core unit you go. But I'm just not seeing that. I don't really know where all of his units go. He's doing so many drops. I think he's just wasting his entire army. He can't engage this right now. He does not have the ability to engage this army right now at all.
Yeah, and Dr. Shrinker's loving this. He's dropping his 5th base at this point. Just he'll constantly be parading his army around outside of Zangetsu bases, and he'll be happy to do so while he gets up his 5th, you know. But at the same time, the 5th is being attacked by Muta harass. So, and he's also attacking at the top left corner with some lurker drop. But he's losing the lurkers. Oh, Cannon. Cannon owned it up. You
know, this whole area had like 14 eggs just hatching. It just looked like a breeding ground for Zerg, and then like a storm kills off like all the eggs. It's just like, whoa. Yeah. Yeah, so Great Aspire. I rarely see that in this matchup, and Guardians, I guess, aren't terrible. I honestly never really seen a match where you've seen Great Aspire attacks.
So I've got to really say, Dr. Shrinker is looking scary. Like, this guy could potentially go to the finals right now.
Anyone from the round of 8 could. We've had to go the whole round of 32. It's talented players here.
Yeah, but this guy specifically, like, he's showing me something at this point, you know? You know, he's got good planning, and he's just been patient the whole time, just letting Zangetsu, like, basically throw away his units while he just, you know, made a nice little army. And, you know, he's been patient, hasn't been really, you know, throwing his army away, and he's now he's... Yeah, good play.
He's a very passive Protoss.
Yeah.
Like, and not that in a bad way. I mean, I don't know if like it's just this series for Zangetsu's EVP, but I mean he's been doing so many draw plays. Being passive, having your units in your base will help you defend against it, and yeah, just played it flawlessly. A very nice decision making. We saw it in game 1. Followed it up beautifully, stopped, you know, both like the double pressure, dealt with it in a way, and came back and won game 1.
Yeah, and you know, he also defended against that 100 Zerg rallied into his main base.
Yeah.
I mean, that was just absolutely brilliant play by him. So, and it was just, you know, a different decision that I disagreed with by Zangetsu not to keep rallying in the Lings. You know, I really thought he had the chance to win this game, and now, you know, it's a macro player versus a macro passive Protoss versus an overly aggressive Zerg that's just getting outworked at this point. And he's got like 85 Corsairs.
Yeah, it's like a late game transition into Corsairs. And got air upgrade. Huh. And also, I mean, just look at the bank of both players. Like, 2.5k, and the gas is only going to be steadily increased as well. Yeah, I mean, I don't really see Dr. Shrinker really potentially losing this at all at this point. Way too much map control, way too big of an army. Max at this point, 69 supply down for Zangetsu. And now all of his overlords are getting it sniped off as well, really supply blocking him.
The question really is now, what kind of doctor is he really? Is he a doctor of animals? Is he a doctor of humans?
Like a shrink, maybe? Like a shrink?
Yeah, Dr. Shrink. Maybe he does, you know, psychological doctoring. I don't know what they do in Norway, though. So I'm kind of interested.
I'm gonna go with like, I don't know. I'm gonna go with like a herbologist.
Yeah, maybe he's just a doctor that gives advice. I don't know. I'm
No, he's a
kind of
herbologist.
confused.
He's a herbologist.
He's a herbologist, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe he's a foot doctor.
Why would he be a foot doctor?
I don't know. You gotta ask Dr. Shrinker that.
Well, obviously speaking, he's obviously a herbologist, and again, and the storms are just perfect every time. And what we're seeing here is absolute carnage for Protoss, for Zerg at least. Zangetsu does the capital GG, very old school, like the Coca-Cola OSL GGs. And he even says good luck in the tournament. So a 2-0, not a quick 2-0, but a 2-0 for Dr. Shrinker here. So he may just go on and 2-0 everyone, potentially, as he's 2-0'd everyone. All right, guys. BMW and I are going to be signing out. We'll be back for our next cast momentarily, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.